back with another video, and in today's video I have another word for you. And today's word is they are uncomfortable with your authenticity. The reason being is because they never dealt with somebody like you. They never had someone as real as you. Their past traumas, it's just been person betraying, backstabbing, all of that. They never had an authentic person like you, and it's triggering them, making them see something, and it's making them be like, yo, like, is this person real? Like, they're trying to self-sabotage because they just feel like you're too authentic, you're too real, you're too nice, you're too this, that, and the third. They never had somebody like that. And when somebody never came across a person like that, all that's gonna manifest is them self-sabotaging. And the reason being is because, like I said, they never had somebody like that. They don't know what to do with you, basically. They don't know how to handle you. They don't know how to go about it because they never went about it. You know, they never had that person who loved them or that person who laughed with them and was overall real with them. And you're very real, you're very authentic, and you're 100% yourself at all times, and you don't care. You don't care to make not a fool out of yourself, but you don't care to express yourself, right? Like, express your feelings, express the truth of things. You know, when there's an issue, you tell them the truth. When there's not an issue, you tell them the truth as well. You're that truth teller in their life, and they're like, I never had a person like this. Like, wow. It's wow, but it's scary at the same time. Like, because the thing about life is you don't come across a lot of authentic people, and when you do, you're just like astonished. You're like, what do I do? You know, like, because in this world, let me tell you something about this world, right? In this world, you have to be performative. And you're not performative. You're not performing for nobody. You're not even performing for them. So when they don't see a performative person, they're just like waiting for your mask to fall. And they're just like, when is their mask gonna fall? When is this facade gonna fall? When is it gonna be an ending to it? And then they realize there is no ending to it. This is who you are. This is who God has called you to be, whether they like it or not, like whether they're scared of it or not. This is who God has called you to be. They're just like, you know, they're literally waiting on the moment for your mask to fall. See how I put in quotations, because this is how these people think, is that you're wearing a mask. And the reason why they think like that is because everyone has worn a mask around them. Everyone has betrayed them. Everyone has done them wrong in some type of way, in some capacity. Everyone has not shown them loyalty. Everyone has been dishonest with them. So then when they see somebody who is honest with them, who loves them, actually enjoys being around them and all of this, right? They're just like looking at their time watch, right? Waiting for the time of despair. They're literally waiting for it. They're literally waiting for something negative to happen, because this is what has happened in their life continuously. Negativity over negativity. And when something positive comes, it's like they're trying to like exile that. They're trying to exile the fact that you're a real person, you're a positive person, you're someone that they could be safe around. You get what I'm saying? And it's like interesting and intriguing for them, but it's also scary for them, because nobody has felt safe. Nobody has felt comfortable. Nobody has made them put their guard down like you have. Nobody has made them reflect and all of that like you have. And these people are just like, I don't want to reflect. I don't want to do all of this that you're making me feel, because I want to be comfortable in my uncomfortableness, or whatever, however that goes, right? They don't want to feel how you make them feel, right? You make them feel a little bit weird and a little bit off, because that's all they've known is disappointment after disappointment. And it's hard dealing with a person like this, right? Because it's like they don't want to come to terms with the fact that you are who you say you are. You're not playing a game. You're not playing you know what I'm saying? You're not playing a role. People want you to play a character that is beneficial to them, right? And it can be positive or negative. Why do I say it could be positive or negative? More so negative. Why do I say that? Because like when you're this negative person, it just reinforces the things that they've been through and the things that they're comfortable with, right? But when you're positive, like I said, it can do something, but most of the times it's a sticky road. It's a long road, right? And it's not easy to, you know, just do a 360 or 180 in their life, right? They want you to play a character that is beneficial to them because they see you as a mirror, right? They see you can see them. And it's like, how can you see me? Nobody else can see me. When someone starts to see someone for who they are, it's like, you know, like a vampire. I'm visioning like a light in a vampire's face and how the vampire is like doing like that. You ever watch a movie like with a vampire and they're like hating the light? Like vampires hate light. So the person is just like, why did you unveil me? Why did you, you know, they're just trying to like stop you and all of that. They're like, oh no, don't come near me. You're making me uncomfortable. What does the light do to the vampire? It makes them uncomfortable. A vampire can only survive in the dark, right? They hate the light. They hate when the light is shined upon them because their darkness makes them feel comfortable. Their darkness makes them feel whole in all of this. And it's not necessarily a bad thing because, you know, one thing I will say is that the brain is very powerful, and I'm pretty sure I've said that in my previous videos, but the brain is very powerful, and when there's a pattern that you've learned over and over, it's hard to unlearn it. You get what I'm saying? So these people just feel so uncomfortable with you being around, and don't take it personal because it's like the things that they've been through is just like, how could you not feel uncomfortable? I get it, you know, I do get it. Because being around a person who's positive, who loves life, even though life is crappy sometimes, you know, you still see the light at the tunnel. You get what I'm saying? And these people, sometimes they feel hopeless. Sometimes they feel like very negative 24/7. And when that light comes in the tunnel, it's just like they gotta face it. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of people are feeling uncomfortable. You're shining a light upon their darkness. And a lot of people want to stay in the same cycle, in the same, you know what I'm saying, the same stuff and all of this. They want to stay stuck because doing the work and facing yourself, facing your fears takes work. You get what I'm saying? It takes courage. It takes ambition. It takes a lot, right? It's not easy to change things. And around a person and you're a mirror to them, they're just like, dang, I gotta change this. I gotta change this. I gotta do better with this and do better with that. And it's like you're exposing things that they never really seen, right? And they feel very uncomfortable, very like appalled at the things that they need to change. It's quite, like I said, it's quite interesting, but it's quite scary for them. It's not their fault in that sense, right? But it's a point in time where you have to just come face to face with things that happen and all of this. And it's like that time has come, right? Because you're showing them and you're telling them and all of this, but it's up to them if they want to hear it. It's up to them if they want to continue to seek it, right? But like I said, healing is not easy, right? Healing is not just eating fruits and doing exercises and going to Pilates classes, and that can be a part of healing for sure, but healing is not just physical, right? It is mental, emotionally, and spiritually. And these people don't want to go that deep. They don't want to go that deep. And it's like with you, they gotta go that deep. And it's not even that you're bringing things up. It's just the way that you carry yourself too. Like they just see the way that you carry yourself, and it's just like scary because it's like nobody has ever carried themselves the way like around them like you do. Like you care about yourself, you love yourself, you respect yourself. People haven't came across that type of person, you know? And if they did, it was a facade. And then they're like, this person switched up, this person did this person, you get what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't real. And then when they see it's real with you, they're just like scared, you know? Like, they're like a vampire. Like I said, don't shed the light on me. Don't do that. And I'm gonna show you guys a scene of what I'm talking about. You can see here, he's in the sun. And he's saying it burns, and the sun is good and it's burning him. Alright, I'm not gonna show too much because I don't get into this type of stuff. But that's my whole point, is like, it makes them feel weird. It makes them feel uncomfortable. It makes them feel this weird sense, like when your light is exposing them, right? This is the dark, right? See this? Like the light is still shining, right? That's how they feel, like your light is shining no matter their darkness, and it's uncomfortable for them. It makes them feel like a vampire. Like I said, they don't like that feeling of uncomfortableness, just like the vampire doesn't like the feeling of being in the sun and burning and all of that. That's exactly how these people feel, right? But don't take it personal. But yeah, y'all, that's all I have for today. Like I always say, stay real, be real, because once you are the realist, you cannot go back to the lie. So I'm gonna catch y'all until next time.